Jared and Jacob are two Mormon missionaries, LDS, Latter-day Saints. And this is one of Stone Cold's fictional videos here. I'll tell you where the real stuff you can do for yourself. Checking your phones comes later. I'll give that to you later. And they're missionaries, but they're teenagers. It's a Saturday night, and you know what they're doing on that Saturday night. Yeah, they're playing charades. With the other missionaries. This is at the cult leader's place, you know, where all the missionaries for a city or a particular church get together. And they're playing charades with the rest of the missionaries, and all of a sudden Darnell, another missionary, shows up, sweating, out of breath. He ran all the way there. And he sits down and starts, playing charades with the rest of the missionaries. Then there's that knock on the door. Yeah, it's Red and Vince, two street cops. And they're investigating. Oh, a rape, violent crime occurred somewhere in the city. And the description matches a Darnell. And they're just checking things out. Remember, this is my fiction. And Brother Jared and Brother Jacob say, oh no, Brother Darnell has been here all night. And the cops say, oh, okay. They move along. Then, of course, next day, Sunday, they go to church, all the missionaries, and afterwards they go knock on some doors. Trying to tell you what you should believe. And they knock on one door. George and Gina, couple. And this is a real part. This is something everyone should do when the Mormon missionaries knock on your door. Check your phone for religious censorship. I've been asking folks for 7 years to do a 93 check, to do a SEMPER 5 check, to do a World Trade Center 93 check. I had yet to get one. And yeah, I've been at the Burlington Convalescent Hospital, 213-381-5585 for almost a year and a half. Have yet to get anyone calling me there about those SEMPER 5 checks, those 93 checks, any of my imagery, any of my parables. I'm Stone Cold Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. John Melton Brady is who to ask for. If you're going to call real quick, because I'm moving supposedly next week somewhere. That's still up in the air. Make that video of your phone not working. Yeah, when the LDS missionaries, Latter-day Saints, knock on your door. Demonstrate that religious censorship to them. They're telling you what you should believe. You tell them what you believe. And you, better yet, you call me up to tell me what you believe. I want to hear about it. They don't. And yeah, you make that video of your hijack calls to me. Yeah, call quick at the hospital. A lot of Americans have over the past year and 5 months, 6 months. Document that religious censorship. That is terrorism, guys. There's no other word for it. Your phone's not allowed to work. That's your ride. That's your child's ride to emergency rooms. All of the patients, residents at the Burlington Convalescent Hospital, that's our ride. You use it every once in a while. To those emergency rooms for life-saving procedures, equipment. When you call up a hospital and you ask for John Melton Brady, you don't get me. That's religious censorship affecting your phone. I'm going to have the 424-229-4140 number hopefully long after I leave the Burlington. Depends on the money situation. So use that for sure. Call me up when those Mormons knock on your door. Say, I can't tell this man what I believe. That's religious censorship in America. So was 9/11. Thing is, I can document this. The reporters aren't doing their job. All those Hollywood folks on TV, they're not reporting on this very obvious, easily checked. Yeah, you can certify mail to me. I'll give you the new address as soon as I get it. They're not reporting on this. They're already thinking about who they're going to place in as king next year. Remember, can't reach voter registration links or my imagery of truth at vote-truth.blogspot.com. Yeah, we don't have a democracy. That's a lot of folks being disenfranchised. Make a video of that as well. That's my new image. I gotta go see if I can print it out. The different version of this. As soon as possible. It is election year. Make sure you also ask all those politicians. What do you know about this? My phone not being allowed to work, and demonstrate that in front of them. Local office president, call them up. Well, running for the office of president or local office, call me up in front of them. 424-229-4140. Demonstrate religious censorship in America. That's also your business being censored. You can't reach a customer. You don't know how many other customers you can't reach, but the most important thing is, yeah, that ride to the hospital, that emergency room. So, yeah, they demonstrate for Jared and Jacob, and you should demonstrate religious censorship whenever they knock on the door. Get their reactions. Good, honest folks will say that's not right, that shouldn't happen. Those who get angry, those who have a story, those who have an explanation for what you see in front of you. Your phone not working. Yeah, they got something to hide. Get it on video. Pass them along at church, at work, at school, on that military base. Wherever good people get together. Where your kids go to school, where you go to school. Now, yeah, this the Jared, Jacob, and Darnell thing was inspired by events of yesterday. Oh yeah, I call them Mormons. They not necessarily of the church, but they certainly look like them, act like them. And yeah, I've seen quite a few with the little elder name badges on there. And you know, last night I was designing my imagery every night, and those with high-tech toys. This is we call it my street fiction. You believe it or not. But yeah, you pick up that phone, there's something for you to see for yourself and document. I picked up a nice photo of a bird on a lamppost, and I went to design it, and right in front of me, after I designed the image, designed it as a template. Can place the image right underneath the bird and the light. It was dulled, blurred. You can hardly tell it's a bird now. Those same high-tech toys affecting your call to this phone in my hand right now. Then I did my parents' payback ones of the night. I did the voter registration links one as well. And as I was eating my burger, I quickly threw together those two. One was also a photo of my eyes. It wasn't the best photo, but yeah, after I designed it, it had lines in it. You know, those grainy lines, like for a distance or just not a good photo, low def. And yep, by the end of the night, it was the lines weren't there anymore. Yeah, it's my street fiction, I guess you can call it that, with those things disappearing, those lines in my image. But the very Lori-like taunting. That was my babies, my imagery, my children being butchered in front of me. And it got me thinking about, yeah, Jesus' children worldwide. And the wolves among the sheep, the Darnells, the Jacobs, the Jareds, threatening them. So I came up with that parable. Later on, you see, they've in the last room, a man struck me, and then the director of nursing threatened me and moved me out into this room I'm in now, which has an adjoining bathroom with, those Mormon folks I talk about. Once again, not necessarily with that on their chest. And there's one particular one in there that likes to take a diaper off, full of you-know-what, put it in the pail, and it's a very, foul smell and burns your nose. And I started just taking it out, doing the job of the nurse, putting it in their barrels out in the hallway there. And they didn't like that. They want the smell to be there. Yeah, my Chinese misfits in my street fiction. Conducting that amateur chem and bio. So the guy waits till I take the sleeping pill, goes in there, does his thing, spreads the excrement on top of the seat, and I knew it was him because he's missing a foot, and you could hear that clomp, 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 clomp as he ran in out of breath and sweating. To do that, opened up our door to our room to make sure that I knew he was doing that intentionally. And then I got an argument from the bald guy, nurse, a little short fella, about doing his job of cleaning up shit on a toilet seat in a hospital. It's unhygienic. So yeah, that's the Mormon activity. That screams them, if you know the streets and that. And the Mormons, LDS. It screams them. It screams those born Chinese misfits either, as well. That's what inspired this parable. Take the first part if you want to cut this last part off, that's fine. Retell it yourself better, reenact it. And for sure, take out those video cameras and demonstrate religious censorship to not only politicians, those missionaries when they come to your door. I'm John Melbury. Come see me when you see someone other than me. My changing eyes right here. We started building those Christ complexes. Come see me. Let's get started.